Chelsea fans finally know their manager for 2024-2025, and you never know, he might even be here for a very long period of time possible. And it's none other than Enzo Maresca. It's a here we go, sounded by Fabrizio Romano yesterday, and it comes in at a point when the side of Chelsea is really at a very bad time, because they qualified for the UEFA Europa League through the Premier League, and when Manchester United went ahead to win the title of the FA Cup, they were thrown down into the Conference League, and they are supposed to play in what we call a playoff. That is the side of Chelsea for you. So welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're really watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Continue to subscribe because we want to hit 21,000 subscribers, 300, and I think we are left with a few subscribers to hit that mark. So continue to subscribe and let's see to it that a lot really goes our way. A little bit of Matt Hummels, and I'm going to be letting you know about the amount of money that Borussia Dortmund is going to hit to promise to their players if they go ahead and really win what we call the Champions League on Saturday and beat Real Madrid hands down. So this is it, and we thank God for the gift of life. You know, the Muslims, Barakallahu fikum, and I know too you really thank Allah. Now let's obviously start off with Fabrizio Romano with the story he broke yesterday. It was a here we go, sounded by the #1 transfer guru, that is Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea have agreed to appoint Enzo Maresca as new head coach. Here we go. Understand the agreement is now done on contract valid until June 2029, 5-year deal. It will also include an option to extend until June 2030. Chelsea set to pay compensation fee for Leicester City. Now, compensation fee for Leicester City is between 10 million euros to 12 million euros, meaning that it's like 10 million pounds that Chelsea is supposed to cough to get in the services of Enzo Maresca. I told you about Enzo Maresca. He was at Lazio. Then he came in through to be an assistant. He managed the second team of Man City, and then he came in through to obviously be the assistant of Mikel Arteta. Then he had to go and really manage Leicester City when they got relegated, and he was going to have to promote them back to the Premier League. And looks like there is something special that Chelsea is going to have to see in this manager. That's why they've going to have to entrust him with the team of Chelsea. And he went to his socials and obviously had some message he went ahead to put out to the Leicester City fans. He said, "Dear Leicester City fans, it was great emotion that I write to you today to say goodbye. In less than a year at the club, I'm proud to say we achieved exactly what was needed, which is coming back to the Premier League. Thank you for everything and good luck." So he has like sent his a farewell message to the fans and players. And if I told you a Leicester City fan, this is what you would want, you know, him leaving when he is going to have to take you back to the Premier League. And I know Leicester City has a very good hierarchy that is going to choose a manager to come in through and foot the beats of this man, because Maresca is really talented and he plays some good football. Tactically, he's good, and he's really one of those that never disappoints into the game of football. But there is a very huge difference managing the side of Chelsea and managing Leicester City, because a lot of pressure comes up with managing Chelsea. When you look at that Premier League fixture, when it comes out, everyone is going to be looking like, what game is Maresca going to win? And I want to see the difference between Maresca and Graham Potter, because I think Graham Potter was really better placed to know what was in the Premier League, having on hit obviously put Brighton where it was, and he was really not allowed to finish a season. Mauricio Pochettino was sacked, Thomas Tuchel was sacked, and this contract of 5 years with a further option 1, I don't know what Tony Boyle was all about. And who goes ahead to put himself into fire when he knows that it's burning? This is what I'm going to hate to see Maresca's going to hate to do. Why do you put yourself in fire? You know, if I'm Maresca, I would have going to hate to manage Leicester City for like 2 seasons, you know, because Chelsea is in a mess. Look at the situation at Chelsea. You understand? It's in a total mess. And there are things they've gone ahead to promise him at Chelsea that Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to bullet down. And I said, who am I not to obviously throw him onto the screen for the Chelsea fans obviously coming through and have a look at. Now, Fabrizio Romano on Enzo Maresca, 5-year plus 5 plus 1 year contract. That these are the factors that impressed Chelsea and what made them excited for him. 1. Conversation super positive. Loved his ideas. Obsession with possession. Wants to control the game. He's a modern dynamic manager. And this is what we call a try all error. That is it. Because if it works out, Toddy Boyle will be moving with his head high, and no fan of Chelsea will come out and really criticize him for sacking 3 managers in a space of like 2 seasons. You understand? Ever since he came in through, he has been sacking managers and managers and managers. Now, if this works out like a charm, he will be like, you were here saying I don't know the game. Now, who knows the game? I think I've gone here to prove to you that I know the game better than you know it. But if it fails, and Enzo Maresca fails to obviously sit in that says Chelsea side, certainly that all goes well, then a lot won't happen. And I've gone here to really get to know that one of the reasons I'm going to obviously to see to it that they really get in Enzo Maresca, it's because he was one of the managers that managed Carl Palmer at Chelsea. At Man City, and they believe he can get the best out of him. But do you bring a manager for just one particular player, or a manager who can really do the needful? So we wait and see what results are going to be, but it's not far off from the season starting, because today is the 29th of May, meaning that we are like 2 months for the season to start. We all know that after June and July, head into August, Community Shield kicking through, Manchester United versus Man City to kick off, and then you'll see the best of the best coming to where it deserves to be. So that's what I'm really anticipating for in here onto the Chelsea side. But I give him a benefit of doubt. You have to back him, you the fans of Chelsea, new manager, and let's see what he has to do, because Chelsea have the players. If he's to get the best out of that squad, I tell you, he can really be one of the highest competitive managers the Premier League will ever have. Because if you have Reece James, all Malo Gusto right back, Kikirela, Hall, Ben Chilwell left back, you are having Badiashile and Levi Colville left-sided centre back. In the central defense, on the right-sided centre back, there is Fofana, there is Disasi. Who else? There is another central defender. There is Alex of Chalobah into the mix. You come to the midfield, Romeo Lavia. There is something I was going to speak about this guy. I'm going to come out and really portray it outside there. Then there is Romeo Lavia, Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Conor Gallagher, right? You have Carl Palmer, you have Madueke, you have Nkunku, you have Nicholas Jackson, you have Raheem Sterling, you have Mikhailo Modric. You know, they're really having some good quality players, and I think if he harmonizes that team and the chemistry builds up, he's really going to be one of the best managers to ever come onto that side of Chelsea, because that team has quality. That team has quality, and those players are really young in there. So that is it coming in through from Fabrizio Romano on Enzo Maresca. He's the new Chelsea gaffer, and it's a here we go sounded by the transfer guru. And you know to it that he doesn't hit a miss, and he's the man who broke this story. He first told us that De Zerbi is out of the race, and even Kylian McKenna was given a call and told, you are no longer the favorite to join Chelsea. And when Kylian McKenna had that, guess what he did? He obviously had to run back to Ipswich and told them, all right, you are going to have to put all to table contract of 5 years in here. Please, I'm here to sign it. And I think Erik ten Hag winning the FA Cup and Chelsea going in for Enzo Maresca is really, really, really a saving, or a career saving, or there are 2 career saving happenings that I've gone ahead to save Kylian McKenna. And I don't know why a manager like Kylian McKenna feels like he was ready to manage Chelsea or Manchester United, And the decision for him not to go to Brighton has also gone ahead to excite me. Stay at Ipswich. Show us what you are good at, Get in. You've gone ahead to obviously have connections with Manchester United. Get in players from Manchester United on loan. Use them into your side. Try to strengthen your side, by getting in players that are really good enough to help you stay in the Premier League and build your mark. Build your mark. You never know. You might do what Ranieri did with Leicester City. You might be you might be denying yourself a chance. You might see Ipswich coming in through to finish in the top 10. Then the next season, you might even go and play in Europe. Why do you have to fidget and really rush? No need to panic. No need to hurry. Life is on your side. Age is on your side. You are being looked at one of the best managers England has ever gone to produce. Why don't you accept to go through the ranks? Go through the ranks. And then later you'll be one of the happiest people to ever lived in the game of football. But that quick rush has gone ahead to destroy careers. You remember that it destroyed the career of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It destroyed the career of Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard rushed from Rangers and came to Aston Villa. See where he is. Yet, if Steven Gerrard went ahead to go in at Rangers for like 2-3 seasons, and then he came in here in the Premier League to a team that doesn't have pressure like Aston Villa, I tell you, would have gone ahead to obviously enjoy his stay. And right now, he would have gone ahead to be one of the managers Liverpool is looking at to even succeed Jurgen Klopp, because I see a very good manager in Steven Gerrard, but he rushed his career. You understand? People like Boaz. You remember that manager that came in from FC and came to Chelsea? I think he never even completed the season, and he was sacked. So, never rush. I tell you, no reason to rush. Just obviously coming through and do the needful. Now, let's go to Matt Hummels. He's not part of the German side that's going to be playing in the Euros, and he has obviously gone ahead to let us the reasons that, if I understand him correctly, he was also concerned with things other than accepting a joker role. As I understood, it was more about age-related things like fitness. And I tell you, this is where I support Nagelsmann. Nagelsmann knows that they're going to be hosting the Euros, and I tell you they're the favorites to win it, because if their players click up, they can really beat any team, and they're going to be home. You saw it last time the Euros were played. Obviously, it was the man himself doing the needful at the Euros, and he was by the names of Gareth Southgate, a very, very, very shoddy manager, but you saw it taking England to the finals. Yet Nagelsmann is 100 times better than Gareth Southgate. So, he needs players who are fit and don't have that age limiting factor. He needs players that can fit all the levels of Germany, and he knows that he's building a side that is gonna really get Germany back to the top, because Germany had gone ahead obviously lose it, let's all admit. So Matt Hummels is like age factor, and I think he's right, because he needed these defenders, and the likes of the shorter backs and very many others, central defenders, Rudigers, are really doing better at their clubs. Though he scored in the 2 games that saw Borussia Dortmund reach the final of the UEFA Champions League, that won't really see him get into that ilk. And lastly, let's hear from the side of build. If Borussia Dortmund wins the Champions League, the team will receive 5 million euros in bonuses from the club. The team would then divide the money among themselves. So, the price is set. If Borussia Dortmund beat Real Madrid on Saturday, 5 million euros, to be divided amongst the players. Among the players, and the manager really gets his own bonus that is minus off the 5 million euros at the club of Borussia Dortmund. So, on Saturday, that's when the game of football is going to be played. Chiomini is ruled out, so we wait and see how they're really going to contemplate to obviously become winners into that side. Your thoughts on Enzo Maresca to Chelsea? Here we go. He's the new Chelsea gaffer. And Matt Hummels revealing how age stopped him from obviously be part of the Germany national team that is going to be playing in the Euros starting from the 14th of June. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David is my name. We sign out. Bye-bye.